Hey everyone, Alex back with another video. In case you can't tell from the title of this video, it is another What's Been Spinning video, which is pretty much everything I've been spinning since the last time I did a What's Been Spinning video. Normally I show about 15 albums. I've got 16 to show you because I lost count at some point. Don't know how. Actually, no, I do. But before I show you what I've been spinning recently, I just want to say this might be my last video for a while. We've known for a couple of weeks now that we have to move out of this house that we've been renting for the last, I don't know, I think it's probably about 2 years, 2.5 years maybe. Which we are gutted about because we like it here, but so everything's getting packed. So that's why I'm doing this now, because all my records are probably going to be packed and put away somewhere until we move. We still don't know where we're moving to because we haven't had a lot of notice and we've got to find somewhere. But while we're looking, we've got to pack up the entire house. So, bit of a stressful time, and obviously I've still got work on top of that as well. So yeah, very, very stressful time for us at the moment. But I'm not going to let that put me down. I'm going to give you guys another video. And as I said, this is a What's Been Spinning video. So let's get into it. Kicking it off, of course, with OutKast. This is Stankonia, their album from 2000. This is the 2024 reissue. Sounds incredible. Really happy with this album. Probably, I'd say probably their best album, and that's just an unbiased opinion of mine. I do really like OutKast. I wish I had a few more of their albums on vinyl. But what is on here? You've got Miss Jackson, So Fresh, So Clean, B.O.B.'s on here, Explosion featuring Be Real. You have this, where is it? It's on here somewhere. Oh yeah, Snapping and Trapping, which features a very young Killer Mike. It's his debut before he ended up becoming solo, and then joined Run the Jewel, ELP, to form Run the Jewels. So really good hip hop album there from the, well, I'd say early 2000s, but it is from 2000, so that's really handy there. Love that album. Like I said, wish I had more on wax, but just had to revisit it because normally what used to happen is I would get something, it'd be in my inbox for a while, I'd listen to it, file it away in my collection, and I wouldn't listen to it again for a while. So that's what I've been trying to do, is when stuff's being shown in a video, or I try and listen, or if I've got something currently in my inbox, I try and listen to it a couple times at least. So that's what that one's about. Got it last year and actually spun it quite a bit, but yeah, been enjoying it. Next up is Surrealistic Pillow by Jefferson Airplane. You guys know I'm not massively into my psych, but this album, I really, really love it. It's great, and this is the 2009 Music on Vinyl pressing. But yeah, really good album from them. Do wish I had a little bit more Jefferson Airplane on vinyl, but that one will do for now. And I was just in a psychedelic mood, and I pulled that album out because I hadn't listened to it in full for quite some time. So there's that one. Next up, Rock or Bust, AC/DC. I don't have much AC/DC on vinyl anymore. I used to have, I think, all of the Bon Scott era except for High Voltage. But yeah, this one's really good. It's got the lenticular cover, comes with the CD. I do want to get more AC/DC on vinyl, and I was just in the mood for this one. But I actually forgot how good this album is for a while. But yeah, really, really enjoy it. I enjoyed that one, revisiting it. It was a fun time. So yeah, there's that. And Silk and Soul, Nina Simone. An early reissue, I think. I don't think it's an original press, but still very, very good. Yeah, and does contain the song The Look of Love, which was used in the original Casino Royale movie before they remade it with Daniel Craig. But yeah, no, I do love Nina Simone. I'm a bit of a. Anytime I find Nina Simone on vinyl, I'm gonna pick it up. And yeah, last year was quite a good year for picking up Nina Simone albums, so really happy with that one. Obviously, the condition ain't great on the vinyl, but good enough for me to keep it. And Stevie Wonder, Hotter Than July. Another one that I picked up last year and wanted to revisit again. And yeah, another one I thoroughly enjoy from him. A really underrated Stevie Wonder album, I find. Especially when you've got songs. Master Blaster Jammin's the big one on here, as is Happy Birthday. And All I Do's another really good one. And Did I Hear You Say You Love Me, which opens this album. Just a phenomenal album from start to finish from Stevie. Yeah, one that I have a soft spot for. Absolutely. Next is Fat Freddy's Drop. This is based on a true story. New Zealand reggae band, bit dubby at times, really solid. And yeah, wanted to revisit this because again, this is the whole point of this series. I go through my collection and listen to albums in full that maybe I haven't spun in quite some time. I've listened to a couple of tracks off of this album, but hadn't listened to it in full for a while. So yep, decided to pick that up, give it another spin. Really enjoyed that one. And Czarface, Artificial Intelligence, again their album from 2024. No, this one's from 2023. What am I talking about? Is it? Yeah, 2023. This is the green vinyl that came out originally. Very good album from them. And I went through a massive phase of discovering Czarface, getting into their stuff properly, because I knew a few of their tracks, but had never done a full deep dive of their discography. And this is the only one I own on vinyl, so when I was in a mood to listen to Czarface, this is the only one I could listen to. But still a solid album, still definitely one of my favourite albums of 2023, without question. And Michael Jackson's Dangerous. If you saw my most recent vinyl collection update, I picked up quite a bit of Michael Jackson to add to my collection, and I hadn't spun this one in quite some time. Obviously, Black and White is a song that's in heavy rotation for me when I'm out and about or just listening to music at home on Spotify or whatever. Black and White is in quite heavy rotation, so I wanted to give this one a spin. And yeah, really good production from Teddy Riley on this one, and some really underrated Michael Jackson tracks on this one, in my opinion. Not my favourite album from him, but one that's was definitely worth spinning and revisiting for now, at least. Roxy Music, Siren. Love Is the Drug was the massive song on this one, and again, hadn't spun this one since I first added it to my collection, so wanted to revisit this one, and yeah, just another really good time there. I've shown this one before, I know that. This is Vanessa Carlton with Be Not Nobody, her debut album from 2002. This is the 2020 reissue. 1,000 Miles, you probably have heard the song on here, 1,000 Miles. Yeah, it's one of those songs that I consider a guilty pleasure, but again, phenomenal album from start to finish. If you've not sat down with this album properly and you refuse to listen to it because of 1,000 Miles and you basing it for that, the rest of this album is very different to 1,000 Miles. But definitely give it a spin. That was a fun time. Another one that I hadn't listened to since I first picked it up, at least not on vinyl, is Head Games by Foreigner. Really do like Foreigner. I've been getting back into them a lot recently, and I've been trying to track down their stuff on vinyl, but Had no luck so far, but I'll get them back. Don't worry about that. Yeah, Head Games, really, really good album from them actually. It's not necessarily my favourite, but does have Dirty White Boy. Has the title track Head Games as well. Do like that album. And OJ's Backstabbers. Hadn't listened to this album in full in quite some time. Obviously, the title track on here, one of my favourite tracks ever. And you've got the song Love Train on here, which is also one that's quite popular, but the rest of this album I think generally gets overlooked. And yeah, this was just fun to come back and revisit this album from the OJs, so I had to give that one a spin. Also where is it? There it is. My favourite record label of all time, the Philadelphia International. Samande, their self-titled album. Really, really enjoyed revisiting this one, especially with their new album that came out earlier this year, which I need to spend some more time with. But after listening to that, I just was in the mood for some more Samande, and so I pulled this out, gave it a spin, and forgot how much I love this album. So yeah, Samande. If you like Afrobeat, or you just like really like chilled back sort of funk, give this one a listen. Absolutely worth your time spinning that, should you need to. Lab Cabin California by The Pharcyde. Again, when I get in a hip hop mood, I always struggle picking what I want to listen to, and with this being one of my favourite hip hop albums, I just had to pull this and give it a spin. Really hard to read the track listing on the back, which is a shame, but you've got Running, which was a massive single for them. She Said was on here. Yeah, just a really solid album from them. I prefer it to Bizarre Ride. I know it's a controversy if Bizarre Ride is the one that people prefer or Lab Cabin California. For me, I always preferred Lab Cabin California. Jay Dilla's production on there is top notch for me. And then we go from something like Pharcyde to something classic like INXS with Kick. Again, spend a lot of time with the singles off of this, like Need You, New Sensation, Need You Tonight. What's the other one? Mystify, Even Never Tear Us Apart. I spend a lot of time with, but as a full album, didn't spend a lot of time with it. So I decided to pull this, give it another listen, and yeah, just reminded myself how much I love this album. Really, really solid album there from '87, and we take a jump up to 2000. I think this is 16, possibly. This is Bruno Mars with 24K Magic. Arguably my favourite Bruno Mars album. The title track on here is really good. A song Chunky, Versace on the Floor, Finesse. They're all the singles, but again, a lot of really good album tracks on here that aren't necessarily listened to as much. And this one was such a fun album to revisit. So yeah, there is 24K Magic by Bruno Mars. And yeah, that's everything that I've been spinning over the last few months, since the last, what's been spinning, I think it's a couple of weeks, I think, the last one. But yeah, that is everything. So guys, thank you again so much for tuning in. And please subscribe. I know I just said that I don't know when my next video is going to be, but like I said, the minute we're settled into, once we get somewhere to move to and we're settled in, you should hopefully start making videos again. So yeah, with all that said and done, guys, that's it for this video. Please subscribe if you're new here. Make sure the bell's switched on. You'll never miss an upload that way. And make sure you follow me on my Instagram and my Discogs page. Because, well, on my Discogs page, I'm always putting on there first what I end up adding to my collection. So you get to see that there first. And Instagram, I always share with you what I'm spinning in the moment. So another reason to follow me on there. Anyway, guys, thanks again for tuning in, and I'll see you all again very soon. Bye.